Oh man. Oh man, oh man. This is Barack Obama again with some breaking news. It's Suicide Squad. Its leaks have more ass than Michelle on a voluptuous Sunday afternoon. What the fuck am I talking about? Alright, look. Alright, dead serious though. These leaks are really, really bad. They're on the level of like The Last of Us Part 2. And I'm not going to spoil anything. You know, I might put a link in the description below, and maybe there'll be something that shows some leaks, but I don't think I'm even going to do that, even if people ask, just to be on the good side. Even though I'm never going to get a release copy for this game after what I've been saying on Twitter. But my point, I got to be really careful about what I say because I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to leak anything, but it just sounds really bad right now, and I feel bad for the devs. I feel bad for the Rocksteady devs and having all their hard work kind of poured out like 2 months before release. And what's being released is essentially everything from the demo onward all the way until the end and post content. They literally tell us what the post content is going to be and who might be the DLC characters, and they show us full videos of DLC character test footage and also story beats and literal boss fight audio. They have the boss fight for Batman's his boss fight music, his soundtrack, and they have his ending, or I'm sorry, his Batman's boss fight ending, not his literal ending. But let's just say that they do some things that make the Arkhamverse essentially pointless. I mean, like I've already said this before. And I'm just going off the rumors and off of the trailers, not off of the beta, which I signed an NDA for, so I can't talk about that much. But the whole Arkhamverse, like this was such a bad idea to put this in this universe and have Batman be evil and Superman be evil. It's almost like, in many ways, having like a Sinister Six game. I've said this before, where you have a Sinister Six game with 4 members and you kill off like Spider-Man and Wolverine and Captain America and Iron Man. And like it's so bizarre. You know, it's such a weird choice for Rocksteady to do. And I don't think anybody can convince me otherwise. Rocksteady is known for Batman Arkham games, right? And I'm not saying that they need to do a Batman Arkham game. I'm just saying, look at the style. Look at the success from those games. You have a third-person action game that's centered around Batman having his own, gadgets and doing his own thing, fighting criminals and getting the villains. And essentially, Spider-Man copied that in many ways, and both those franchises are successful. They have 3 games each, right? And they both have sold millions of copies. And people are like, oh yeah, let them try something new. Well, let me just tell you that this isn't new. A looter shooter game as a service is nothing fucking new, bro. We've seen this with Anthem, we've seen this with Destiny, we've seen it with fucking Avengers, we've seen it with Gotham Knights. Whether you like it or not, that's also, these games are all live service, games as a service, and a lot of them have been fucking flops, except maybe Destiny, right? But Anthem, Avengers, I mean fucking Gotham, guys, come on now. And like, what's the fucking, what's even a point? Like Spider-Man 2, again, a good example. Spider-Man 2 sold like 5 million copies within a couple of weeks. The Arkham formula there. Literally, Spider-Man is just doing what Arkham did, but in the Spider-Man form. Why didn't Rocksteady do that here? Why weren't they allowed to do that? And it doesn't seem like this, there's no way they wanted to make something like this. Come on now. Now, again, that goes back to the co-founders leaving too. They don't just up and leave off of nothing. And I feel like they knew that their work was really being tarnished here in many ways. And I, you could try to say, where's your proof? But it just feels like that. When you look at everything about this game, it feels mean-spirited. Everything about those leaks feels so mean-spirited, especially towards the Arkham games and especially towards the history of this game. And everything that you see in the trailers too about Batman being back just feels off. And it's not about Kevin being dead. This has nothing to do with Kevin. Like, that's an unfortunate event that not even Rocksteady could have predicted. They could not have predicted that this would have been his final performance. Nobody could have predicted that. Period. So I don't blame Rocksteady for doing what they're doing with his character. I blamed them for doing what they're doing with their actual, like, character. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't care that he's evil Batman. This is his last performance. I care that he's evil Batman in this universe and doing something and being done to things that are not good. And like, I don't know, call me optimistic or whatever, but I really sometimes wish the superheroes weren't getting fucking slaughtered left and right. But everything about these leaks are true. All these leaks that came out, like, there's still more coming out. There's still more leaks coming out right now, and I still see them coming out left and right. But it's just so bizarre, and I feel so bad for Rocksteady. Like I said, like, they did not deserve any of this. It feels like The Last of Us Part 2 all over again, especially with the whole Joel thing. Like, there are out of context scenes, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like the way Joel went out, even in context. So this has almost the same effect. Plus, it has the games as a service on top of it. So with this bad word of mouth, I mean, right now it's not good word of mouth, in my opinion, online. Like, I would say it's maybe a 60-40 split. So 60 bad, 40 good, in my opinion. But even like the videos on YouTube, you can see the dislike ratio. Let's be real. But again, the Avengers types of comparisons, the the fact everybody uses guns, the fact that they're really just disrespecting Arkham in general, like the whole Arkham franchise, the whole Arkham universe feels like it's just being spat on when you listen and look at what they're doing. I still have hope that this game is good. Like, I hope the story's phenomenal and everything, there's a twist at the end that makes it good. I'm still holding out hope that this is actually like a very decent game. The gameplay, from what we've seen and not from the NDA that I've signed, looks decently fun. You know, I don't know if it's going to really hold my interest for past the story. I think after the story, you know, doing certain things like post-launch content, if there's not a real sense to really doing it, then, like, honestly, if you're just running around shooting more aliens like this, like, I'm really not interested in doing that for, like, more than a year. Like, maybe, I'm sorry, more than, like, 6 months, maybe. Like, I could play this for a long time, but, like, again, it's going to get tiresome doing this. Who knows? Maybe the new characters they add, the ones that were leaked, are really nice and fun to play with. But, you know, I'm holding out hope that's good. I'm holding out hope that it really does pique my interest, and the alpha was, you know, just the tip of the iceberg, which I'm sure it was. I'm very interested to see where they go with the whole story, because everything from the leaks really is but it's still like something that really works, in my opinion. So we have to wait and see. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Have you seen the leaks? If you have, please don't try to spoil it. It's gonna be hard to kind of hide that for the next 2 months for these videos, and I don't know if I care that much about this game, but please don't spoil the game, because I mean, a lot of people are looking forward to it. So I really want to know what you guys think in the comments below about them. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.